I realize this podcast eliminates any chance I ever have of being a card-carrying member of the woke. But I'm willing to live with that. But at the outset, let me say, ladies, I realize that our society today says that we tolerate you, we have to accept you for trying to become male. Some even celebrate it and admire you for this. But let me be as clear as I can right now. You might legally become a male. You will never, ever become a real man. You can hire a doctor to sew you on a penis, chop off your boobs, give you hormones that will give you hair in all the awkward places. But you will never be a real man. Now, let me admit my biases. I'm an old white guy from the South, very traditional in my thinking. So this is a very subjective podcast. In my home where I was raised, I had a father who at 20 years old joined tens of thousands of other real men, 0 women, who invaded the Germans on the shores of France in World War II. He was shot by the Germans in that battle. He was also a farmer, so I was raised with my brothers on a family dairy farm. And let me make this clear, as soon as we could move as children, we were working on the farm every day. My mother, on the other hand, never spent a second working in the farm, never had one drop of mud on her shoes, never fed the hogs, milked a cow, or lifted a single bale of hay. She was in the home, and she did not view that as a second-class deal. She was the queen. She ruled, and she just loved laboring in such incredible ways on behalf of the men in that home. I've always said I have privilege as an American, but it's not because I'm white. It's because I was raised in that home with a real man, a real woman who exemplified the differences between men and women and taught me how to live morally. That was my privilege. So what is this real man thing? Women have told me that the thing they're attracted to the most in a real man is his confidence. I think they mean that he's certainly strong, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. God made men just naturally to be leaders, whether it be in the home, on the job, on the sports field, or in war. I think the most clear thing about real men, biologically, is they get women pregnant. They're good at that. We have billions of people on planet Earth right now because men have been getting women pregnant. I know it's basic, but I think we need to be reminded of that these days. Men are also courageous, real men, meaning they stand up for what they believe in. There's not a lot of wishy-washy stuff. And they will also be the very first to defend anyone who is being threatened in some way. I could go on and on. I just want to say that I want to make it as clear as I can before I die from this earth. Women, no matter what surgeries or things you go through, can never become real men.